Ladies and gentlemen, One Night Stand presents the Rovers and Miss Carroll Baker.
Welcome to my world. Won't you come on in? Miracles, I guess, still happen now and then. Step into my heart. Leave your cares behind. Welcome to my world, built with you in mind.
Walk right in, sit right down. Daddy, let your mind roll on. Walk right in, sit right down. Daddy, let your mind roll on. Everybody's talking about a new way of walking. Do you want to lose your mind? Walk right in, sit right down. Daddy, let your mind roll on. Daddy, let your mind roll on.
Hey guys!
Hi, everybody. Are we glad you joined us tonight? Carol, you know something? We've been traveling the country and we've been missing each other for years. I've always wanted to get together with you to have a great old musical time.
Well, Will, I'll tell you, it looks like we're finally going to get our chance. And I think it's our music that has brought us together, because your music, like mine, is good time music. So how about having a good time and inviting the folks at home to join us?
Walk right in!
Everybody's talking about a new way of walking. Do you want to lose your mind? Walk right in, sit right down. Daddy, let your mind roll on. Daddy, let your mind roll on. Well, life on a farm is kinda laid back. Ain't much an old country boy to me can hack. Early to rise, early in the sack. Thank God I'm a country boy.
Well, a simple kind of life never did me no harm. Raising me a family and working on the farm. Days are all filled with an easy country charm. Thank God I'm a country girl.
Well, I got me a fine life, I got me own fiddle. When the sun's coming up, I got cakes on the griddle. Life ain't nothing but a funny, funny riddle. Thank God I'm a country boy.
Thank God I'm a country girl.
Thank God we're country
We all know that the Rovers have many successes to their credit. What you may not know is that in 1981, the Rovers were awarded Best New Country Group of the Year by the American music trade magazine, Cashbox. It is my pleasure to introduce to you the Rovers.
Well, I got home late one night from a date. Mama met me at the door. When I tried to speak, I tripped over my feet, fell flat on the floor. She said, "Doctor, come quick, I think my boy's sick. He's purple from his head to his toes." I said, "Let me explain about my purple stains and my purple clothes." I've been with Millie, saw my grapes getting silly, drinking wine, wine, wine. Pass a little ripple, let me take a little sip, make me fine, fine, fine. There ain't nothing in the place that would smile on my face, but take the worry out of my mind. I like me and Millie, saw my grapes getting silly, drinking wine. Well, Mama called Papa, said you better come quick, the boy's losing his mind. Papa took a look at me and said, "Let him be, the boy's fine, fine, fine." He said, "Don't you recall the one night in St. Paul when he changed her name to mine? We were stomping grapes and got a little silly, drinking wine." I've been with Millie, saw my grapes getting silly, drinking wine, wine, wine. Pass a little ripple, let me take a little sip, make me fine, fine, fine. There ain't nothing in the place that's gonna smile on my face or take the worry out of my mind. I like me and Millie, saw my grapes getting silly, drinking wine. I've been with Millie, saw my grapes getting silly, drinking wine, wine, wine. Pass a little ripple, let me take a little
Okay. Everybody knows a song called I'll Give You a Daisy a Day. That song was written by a good friend of ours called Judd Strunk. Very, very sad to say that Judd was killed in a small plane this time last year. It was a great shock to me and the boys. Judd left me with quite a few good songs, and I hope as the years go by that we'll be able to sing them. And I suppose that's as good of a memorial to any man. And this is one little song he wrote just before he died. It was about a young girl in a park selling ice cream and an old man reminiscing about the days when he was very young, back in those old sweet times when he waltzed his girl around the park and popsicles were only 2 for a dime. The song is called Tara. Tara's a young girl in Parliament Square, sells ice cream from a bicycle cart. With her golden blonde hair, she's the hit of the square, with Adidas stamped over her heart. And old folks and young folks and lovers and all scramble to Tara to find that the joy of a lick of a popsicle stick is somehow unchanged by time. Tara sells ice cream on Parliament Square to the old man who sits with his cane, and he stares at the ground as the ice cream slides down off a stick as he ponders her name. And he closes his hand and his eyes fill with tears, 'cause he knows he's got no hand to hold. And he tilts back his old cap and he smiles at the fact that tears are the toys of the old. And it's popsicles, fudgicles, shortcake ice cream, once it was 2 for a dime. And he held her close and they danced on the lawn, and she whispered, who cares about time? And the old lady's sitting just one bench away, she stares at the same world alone. She caresses her cat and she picks up her hat and decides that it's time to go home. And Tara rides off on her bicycle cart, and her little bell tinkles its tune. The old man gets up and he wipes off his chin and he shuffles on home to his room. And it's popsicles, fudgicles, shortcake ice cream, once it was 2 for a dime. And he held her close and they danced on the lawn, and she whispered, who cares about time? Popsicles, fudgicles, shortcake ice cream, once it was 2 for a dime. And he held her close and they danced on the lawn, and she whispered, who cares about time? Popsicles, fudgicles, shortcake ice cream. Popsicles, fudgicles, shortcake ice cream. Popsicles, fudgicles, shortcake ice cream. Okay. Thank you very much.
About 5 or 6 years ago, a terrible, terrible plague descended upon the people of North America.
Indeed, it was terrible.
It was shocking. Many hundreds of thousands of people became afflicted, and it was commonly referred to as dieting and jogging. I mean, it reached a point where it was no longer safe on a sunny Sunday morning to take your cute little furry doggy on the end of a leash and take him to the local park just to sniff the roses and introduce himself to the saplings and the trees, without all of a sudden some dirty great hulking jogger come flying round the corner, and before you could say, Richard Simmons, your cute little furry doggy was flattened. And you had no recourse left whatsoever but to give a sharp tug on the leash and slide him home. I myself personally did not become afflicted. I firmly believe that it took many years of hard, diligent work and almost 5 times the national debt of Canada to put this here. But my skinny little wimp of a friend George, he does not particularly like this.
Nor I.
Nor it him.
Nor Joe.
So he decided he would write a song about it for me, and he called the song No More.
Say it. Get it out.
Okay, well. It's called No More Bread and Butter.
No more pizza or beer.
I went to the doctor for my yearly review. I knew I might be over by a pound or two. But when I took my clothes off and stepped upon the scales, the doctor looked at me and he said,
You fail.
no more bread and butter, no more pizza and beer, no spaghetti and meatballs. I hope I made myself clear. Goodbye to lasagna, Jimmy. Farewell burgers and fries. Arrivederci pasta, no more baked Alaska till 1995. He said my body really was a hell of a mess. He'd like me to weigh about 50 pounds less. Start some exercising, look out for your heart. There's no time like the present for you to start. And he said, no more bread and butter, no more pizza and beer, no spaghetti and meatballs. I hope I made myself clear. Goodbye to lasagna. Farewell burgers and fries. Arrivederci pasta, no more baked Alaska till 1995. Here we go. Go for it, big guy. Go for it all. I thought that losing weight would just be a breeze. Carrot sticks and lettuce and some cottage cheese. But eating rabbit food couldn't make me forsake that burning desire for a big T-bone steak. Well, I've lasted a week, but I can't take it no more. My knees are shaking and my head is sore. My poor old tummy makes a horrible sound. I think I'm gonna treat it to a night on the town. But he said, no more bread and butter, never. No more pizza and beer, no spaghetti and meatballs. I hope I made myself clear. Well, goodbye to lasagna. Farewell burgers and fries. Arrivederci pasta, no more baked Alaska till 1995. Everybody, no more bread and butter, no more pizza and beer, no spaghetti and meatballs. I hope I made myself clear. Frail though my spirit might be, I can still fight the wind and still sail the sea. I can hold me a course to the town of Kilkee. Frail though my spirit might be, frail though my spirit might be, I can still fight the winds and still sail the sea. I can hold me a course to the town of Kilkee. Frail though my spirit might be. It was Boston that the spirited me, and a girl called Molly McGee. Where's my poor heart she broke, then she stole me home and ran off with a trader of tea. Frail though my spirit might be, I can still fight the winds and still sail the sea. I can hold me a course to the town of Kilkee. Frail though my spirit might be. Terry. Your arses with a cat and nine tail. It's the mouth of the Shannon that I want to see. Frail though my spirit might be. Here we go. Frail though my spirit might be, I can still fight the winds and still sail the sea. I can hold me a course to the town of Kilkee. Frail though my spirit might be. 3 or 4 6 packs, I don't know, but look at the best